Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. This is my midweek check-in where I try to talk about my goals for the week, how I'm doing on them now that it is the middle of the week, or how I'm not doing on them, so that I can kind of keep myself on track and keep the squirrels at bay. What I'd planned on doing this week is starting the next segment in my series of the upsizing, upcycling that I've been doing. And this will be, I believe, part 4. And what my goal for the week with this is to do more jackets like this. This is the first one of 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one behind me on my mannequin. She's cut up a little bit. And um, what I've done is I have a variety of black and white animal print. And that's kind of for the series. I try to do them by color group because it's more efficient for me. For those of you who have sergers know that it's the bane of your existence to change the thread in your sergers. Fortunately, I have my evil twin, so I have one with white or light colored thread in her, and I have one with dark thread in her. And that helps a little bit without having to swap the thread back. Anyway, I've been using this material, which is from a dress, really nice striped material. And then I'm also going to be using this black and white polka dot material. And speaking of polka dots, I have more black and white, but it has really some nice print at the bottom. Those are lightweight materials. And then I also have this beautiful dress with embroidery on it that I'm going to be using. And then I will keep my other 3 jackets as a surprise because I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one that I've already made, as I showed here. That what I'm doing with the upsizing is I'm trying to make them more cape-like. And each one will be a little different, and I'll have some black and white completer material with it. And then I have a couple of more black and white jackets in various prints that if I have time, I want to do. Because I have a couple of other things going on this week too. On Saturday, I have a young friend, a 12-year-old young lady who's a friend of a friend. She's a mentor, a young girl mentor of my friend. And she takes her out, and they do an outing once a week. Or actually, now that it's school year, they're doing it once a month. And they go to lunch, but they also do some kind of an event. So I'm the event for this week. I volunteered to show her what I do. And then we're also going to do a little project. It's probably going to be a combination of applique and paint on fabric. And then we'll do a few little hand sewing skills. I try every year to do a couple of what I call give back projects, where I teach someone to sew or I help someone set up their Etsy shop. You know, I do a variety of different things. So I have that coming up this week. And I always forget how much work it is to get ready for something like that. So I will have some of that going on this week as well. And then I have a few other things happening, you know, just personal things around the house. I have someone coming today to give me an estimate to do some cleanup of my flower beds. My flower beds make me happy. And this is what they used to look like. I'm not going to give you a picture of what they look like today, but they've just gotten ahead of me. And with craft show season, I just don't have the time to get out there and clean up my flower beds and get rid of the dead things, because here in Texas, things just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow some more. And of course, my flowers grow, my garden grew. The garden season is usually over by March and April here in Texas, and then everything's dead and it just needs cleaned up. So anyway, I have somebody coming to give me an estimate to clean up my weeds for me, because it's weed city out there. And sometimes you just have to look at things that bring you joy and things that don't bring you joy and figure out how to combine the two things together So if it'll make me happy to have somebody, pay somebody to come and clean up my weeds, then I decided I'm worth it and I'm going to have them do that. So I have that going on this week, but I'm back to having some fun out here in my craft room with upsizing and upcycling my jackets because I wanted to get a few more made for the show. And then on the back burner, I also have two quilted bedspreads that someone had given me. They're not precious quilts, but they'll be perfect for kimono jackets. And I'd like to get at least one of those made to demonstrate how to put some applique on that for my young lady that's coming on Saturday. And so I can show her what that looks like and what it looks like in a finished product. So I'd like to get at least that started. And then, if I have time, and that's a big if, I only have two of my reversible kantha kimono shrugs left to sell, and I'd like to get at least two more made because I have some more kantha quilts. I have 5 more. I couldn't resist my urge to buy a few more. I have a supplier on Amazon that I usually buy them in a lot of 5, and the ones that I got this last time are just beautiful. I can hardly wait to get those shrugs made. And I also have some, what do you call it? It's not fringe, but it is fringe. It's the little balls that go on the bottom. And I sold the last one that I've made like that. They're just so stinking cute. So I always have big plans, but I'm trying to keep the squirrels at bay and stay focused on my upsizing, upcycling the jackets into cape style. So watch for that to come. And if I have a few more pictures of the jackets, I think I'll take a couple more pictures of the jackets that I have lined up that I want to do this week and to keep me focused, and I'll put them at the end here. So enjoy, and I'll see you this weekend when I do a recap of how much I got done. Cross your fingers and hope I'm very productive. Bye.